Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're all doing well. So here's a few cards that I've pulled with regards to the Divine Masculine's energy today. So the underlying energy is the Page of Swords. So this is the energy really of gossip and, you know, even truth telling, but, you know, there's communication going on, but it could be with regards to, you know, some sort of gossip. And this could be why the Divine Masculine here is feeling a bit guarded and a bit blocked. He's blocking himself and feeling a bit guarded with regards to, you know, any communication because of gossip. Even spies. So this is actually causing the Divine Masculine a great deal of anxiety. At this time, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. You know, it's a really difficult time for the Divine Masculine, and it is causing him a lot of anxiety. You know, but he wants to actually take, you know, he wants to take action. He wants to take, you know, wise, strategic action with regards to, like, the Divine Feminine. He wants to take action towards her, but he and with regards to his life, you know, action forwards with regards to his life. But he's still unsure and still can't see which way to turn because of this, you know, this self-imprisonment with, you know, like the Nine of Wands here with regards to keeping himself kind of blocked, holding back, you know, setting boundaries. You know, he's setting boundaries for himself, but these boundaries have also, you know, they're self-imposed boundaries. You know, they're kind of blinding him to his way forward at this time. I think that click on my elbow was clarification there. But what was also coming through with this Eight of Swords energy was that the Divine Masculine may have even, okay, getting a lot of words out at once. So that's interesting because, again, that could be related to this communication. Perhaps there's been communication where you've been getting a lot of words out at once. Perhaps there was this spying going on to see the Divine Feminine, to watch the Divine Feminine. And the Divine Masculine could see that the Divine Feminine was on her own. And that the Divine Feminine was the one that, you know, was actually almost keeping herself stuck in a situation because, you know, she can't really see, you know, what's going on for the, you know, what's going on with the Divine Masculine. So that's really interesting how I had a couple of different, you know, scenarios there. But what this Divine Masculine is actually doing is that he's actually been working really hard because he wants He's been working hard with regards to his money. He's been building up his money and his assets. And he wants to be wise with his money and use it wisely. He wants to use it, to invest in the future. He wants and desires long-term security, and so he wants to be wise. Who does he want this long-term security with? Well, it's the Divine Feminine, this 9 of Pentacles. Divine Masculine's holding on to his goals. This card also can reflect a fear of change. But this is more, the Divine Masculine doesn't want to let go of the Divine Feminine. The Divine Masculine wants to be wise. He wants long-term security with the Divine Feminine. He's just being guarded and setting boundaries at this time because of rumours and gossip. So that's very interesting. So let's pull from the Keepers of the Light now. Let's get some more messages. I'm only going to pull from a few decks. And I finished with a Sacred Rebels guidance message. Excuse me. I think I just need to get some water. Okay. So what do the Keepers of the Light want to tell us about this situation that we have here, about this energy that we have on the table? Okay, we had a few that wanted to, but they popped back in. But now we have Hilarion, divine healing. Honour your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. So perhaps that's why this Divine Masculine is being guarded at this time, because he's actually feeling sensitive. And so the way that he can honour his sensitivity is by retreating and setting up these boundaries. And at the bottom of the deck we have Isis, magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. Okay, so I better make some more room on the table. Thank you, Mrs. Moon. Ding. It's all bells and everything, isn't it? There we go. Hilarion on Isis. So let me tell you about Hilarion. Hilarion is a spiritual master who lived in the Middle East during the 4th century. At the age of 15, he felt the call to go to the retreat of Saint Anthony in the Egyptian desert. This was busy with people needing healing, so after a while he went back home with some monks. During that time, his parents passed away, and it is said that Hilarion was so devoted to service, He gave all of their estate to his brothers and the poor. For the rest of his life he lived as a hermit in a cave, and was said to perform miracles with his prayers and touch. To this day he is dedicated to healing, but he also helps spiritual people who feel overly sensitive to overcome their challenges and integrate with the normal world. Hilarion's extended message. The world can seem overwhelming to you, and it's okay to retreat to a safe space every now and then to cleanse and recharge your energy. You may feel called to serve others or share your healing with them, but please ensure you are filled up with light, love, and energy first, so that you are not sacrificing your own development for others. You are surrounded by the healing light of Hilarion and the healing angels at this time, so that you can recharge and feel whole. Your dreams, visions and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. Isis is a strong, smart and focused Egyptian winged goddess. According to legend, she was able to move from darkness to light and between the underworld, heaven and earth. For that reason, whenever she comes to us, she will help us move from the hell of our own fear into the heaven of our own love. She was also able to revive her lover Osiris from the dead. And this powerful allegorical story shows how she can help us revive an aspect of our life. Hang on, just turn the charger in. Thank you. Plug that in. And this powerful allegorical story shows how she can help us revive an aspect of our life or a dream that we may have killed off with fear or lack of self-belief. With her magical abilities, Isis will guide you to bring your dreams into reality. You are moving into a space where your dream reality is becoming your outward reality. This is an extremely powerful time, and it's vital to keep focused on the highest good of all. You no longer want to relive your own history or feel unsupported. Acknowledging where you once were and how you have changed that situation around is a powerful focus of gratitude that will align you with universal abundance. Discipline and commitment are important now. Consider that you are moving between worlds when you daydream or create visions and bring life-enhancing ideas into reality. Magic is manifesting all around you. This is exciting. Magic is manifesting all around you. Magic's manifesting all around this divine feminine energy that's here on the table. Little bird on her arm. Reminds me of me feeding the crow earlier. So let's see what the Work Your Light Oracle deck would like to tell us this evening. So we actually have warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill, take a break. Warrior woman. I open the book right to the exact page. Perfect. So you are here for a reason. You are being called to bravely pave a path. Have you answered your highest and deepest calling? Living a heart and soul-led life is not all fluffy and smooth sailing. Living a heart and soul-led life requires courage to triumph over fear. So often, our fears are the gatekeepers of our greatest gifts. And the more resistance we have toward answering a call, the more important it is to our soul's growth. Sometimes fear is an indication that we are facing the right way. Joan of Arc was known for her courage and her famous line, "I'm not afraid. I was born to do this." But the thing about courage is that it is not possible without fear. So, if you are feeling afraid, what is needed is courage, and courage comes from living from the heart. Think of your fears as opportunities to expand rather than things that are holding you hostage. If you look at your fears in this light, then as uncomfortable as it might feel, it's actually a sign that you are on the right track. See this divine masculine clutching his wand, keeping himself guarded and blocked. You know, that's his fear. His fear of what people might say. But that fear is actually a sign that you are on the right track. So let's finish tonight's reading with our Sacred Rebels guidance message. Oh wow. So relax the hold of darkness. Be at cause. Be the hunter, not the hunted. So card 26 and card number 8. So they both equate to, like they both make the number 8, you know. 8 and 8. The bottom of the deck. After the storm. Okay, so we have 2 guidance messages. This might be a long one. Let's find our pages. Thank you. And card number 8 as well. Thank you. So let's get prepared. Excuse me. We'll have a little water. Okay, relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Dear sacred rebel, this moment in your life, now just remember what we were just saying. Dear sacred rebel, this moment in your life requires great courage. Fortunately, you possess that in bucket loads. You are being asked to allow yourself to be lifted out of one level of known reality and into the next level of higher voltage reality. Higher voltage reality requires a more absolute trust and a heart that is surrendered into the greater heart of the universe, so that life can happen to us, through us, and with us more quickly, more radically, more beautifully, and more boldly. You are now being invited into this new reality where things happen quickly and according to bold, loving optimism. This is a reality not only of potential, but of manifestation of the great, big, cosmic yes. To access this reality, you have to leap from known waters, and others may think you are crazy for doing so. You have to leave behind the dark, weighty grip of hesitation, procrastination, second guessing, and the belief you have to do everything on your own. You may fear for your life. How will you be safe in the wild, electrical pulse of so much aliveness? How will you function without the hazy, sleep-inducing paralysis of playing it safe, taking too long, and placing lesser priorities above your sacred art of life? How will you hold yourself back if you don't hold on to fear? You do not need to worry about such things. Life is wild, but it is also wise. It is a force of startling, raw awakening at times, but it is also the natural process of evolution, where all things mature according to a seasonal cycle in right timing. You are a part of, not apart from, that process. The invitation to shift gears and jump on board the express train of life will feel exhilarating and perhaps also challenging. When you are in the hold of the darkness, you will feel pushed to turn away, to imagine it is all too much, and to create excuses about how your desires aren't grounded enough, that you are being too flighty or too flaky, or that you are not living in the real world. That is fear talking, not truth. If the sacred rebel is not awakened, we will continue to live in a culture drenched in fear and distrust of nature. Those without awakened hearts don't yet understand what nature knows. She knows timing. She knows life and death. She knows the creative process. She just knows, and can be trusted to support us, her own creations, in becoming all that we can become. Does this mean that we become passive and just flow along like a limp leaf detached from the tree and blown about randomly by the breeze? No. Being free of the dark hold empowers us to take up our cause. This means being free to act and affirm the intuitive feelings we have by following up on them. This is painting like someone who has lost their mind, completely free and from the heart. It means writing even though you have no conscious idea of what you are writing, even as the words are streaming forth upon the page before your rather curious eyes. And it means speaking about your work, never hiding it away. Allow it to breathe the fresh air and be held in the gaze of another. Detach from the darkness that would say it is not enough or must be the best thing ever, whatever that means, in order to be worthy of a place in the world. Instead, just let it be what it is. It might fly, it might endure, and it might not. All of nature, including you and your passions and dreams, will be what is needed, when it is needed, and how it is needed, according to wisdom. We just have to trust in this, within ourselves and within nature herself, through the flow of life, and participate. You are asked to go within and imagine diving deep off the edge of what you have known. There is so much more calling to you now. It's your time. Leap. Be the hunter, not the hunted. Do you feel you are at the beck and call of circumstances, situations, and relationships that are outside of your control? Is your attention being called away from what you love, from your passionate focus upon your own journey and creative self-expression? Are you feeling roped into becoming a support, tonic, saviour, and heal all for others? There is a big difference between healthy supportiveness in a relationship, which includes healthy self-support, and ignoring your own journey out of misplaced guilt, shame, unworthiness, or the belief that the needs of others are more important than your own. That is not compromise. That is unhealthy and neglectful of yourself. You are being asked to see through the assumptions, expectations, tantrums, or manipulations that may be put upon you by others or yourself. See through them to the truth. You can only sidestep, change your response to, or choose to release that which you can recognize. This oracle brings you some important news. You are capable of seeing the truth, outsmarting old patterns, and responding more creatively to crafting new and improved relationships. You don't have to be drawn into dramas of others or the suffering of repetitive struggles. You can become still and intent with a willingness to see the truth. In doing so, you will be open to being shown another way through the inner wisdom of your heart, or a flash of insight from the great universal mind that penetrates your own awareness. This oracle also brings you particular guidance that there is a message coming your way. This message will be important to you, and you are not to paint it as anything more or less than what it is. Sit with your heart. Take your time, even if there is a deadline for your answer. You will be able to bend and stretch time so that in your relaxation you can feel for what your truth is in the situation at hand and respond appropriately. The more honest your response, without the need to be aggressive or apologetic, the more energy you will be unleashing from unhealthy patterns and into the fresh new course your life now wants to take. This is a powerful time for you, no matter how seemingly small or how apparently dramatic events around you appear to be. Know that you are stepping into a new phase of empowerment. From that place, a new freedom and self-love will emerge. Mother Nature offers you the wisdom, healing, medicine of the owl, the ability to hear what is not spoken and see what is hidden in darkness. Trust what you feel beyond appearances. The power and magic of the owl is working with you, and Mother Nature is by your side, assisting you in navigating the current life transition into a new way of being. Much love, everybody. Take care. I'll see you soon.